season were in action this past Saturday against South Carolina. South Carolina won the game 31-14. Up next for the Knights, they begin conference play at Tulane. That will be a noon Eastern Time start. The game will be televised on ESPN News. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call this afternoon. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against South Carolina, and tell us what you expect to see as you get into the heart of conference play Saturday against Tulane.
Well, we're looking forward to getting to conference play. The out-of-conference schedule hasn't been too good to us, but we got to get some things straightened out in the program as far as you're leading at halftime in 3 of those games, and you got to sustain and understand that setbacks are going to happen. You got to recover from them, and we got some young players that still have to learn that. But again, looking forward to the conference play this week and over in New Orleans, and again, it's something that we have only one goal in mind when we on the team, and that's to basically do well and win the conference championship. So hopefully the kids can react to that.
We'll take questions for Coach O'Leary. Please star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
And we'll take a question from Dan Tortora with Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Yeah.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Dan. Yourself?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Just when you had said you have to get some things straightened out, going through this non-conference and 0-4 at this point, what are some of those main components, main pieces that you're looking at right now as you move forward into this next one?
Well, really, Dan, to me, it's the 2 halves of field that we had to replace, the secondary and the receiver core. As far as that's where we had to replace pretty much everybody. And then, and in fairness to the offense, they've lost about 7 starters from that would have been on the field with injuries that missed games and everything else. So again, I think we got some young kids on the field that have to understand the tempo and speed of the game, and hopefully we're getting 3 or 4 kids back this weekend for this one, and again, people with some experience that'll help out.
When you look at the fact that this happens, you're going to lose players. There's going to be some transition that happens every few years, and you've been through it positively. How do you keep your staff and yourself positive in these moments, knowing that eventually everything is going to even out and you'll be able to go forward from there? How do you kind of attack this with a young team?
Well, I think I treat it the same way. You have 12 one-game seasons, and once that season's over, we go right to the next season and understand the mistakes, correct them, and hopefully they get better the following game. But right now we're into our 5th season, and we basically hopefully we're getting some players back that have been out hurt, and some of the younger players have gotten a lot of experience, and they'll be good players in the future. But right now there's a lot of indecision on their part and stuff like that. That's gonna happen unless you get those people a lot of reps and not necessarily early reps in their careers. So I think that's what's going on there. And the kids have really been very good. I think players are very resilient. I think coaches are and stuff. But as I tell the coaches, hey, 4th season is over. We make our corrections, move on to the 5th season, and that's all we can control right now, and that's what we get concerned about. And I think the conference season's happening at a really good time for us.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And do you have other questions for Coach O'Leary? Please star 1 on your telephone if so. Hey, Coach, thank you for your time. Look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Coach George O'Leary from